Says that he witnessed suspicious behavior of the 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez following DaCara's disappearance.
Cody tells Fox 5 he lives next door to the alleged illegal immigrant who police say killed DaCara Thompson inside of his bedroom in a Bowie, Maryland home. Cody says early in the morning on August 23rd, he stepped outside of his home and saw something burning in the suspect's backyard. He says he still can't believe this happened.
I'm terrified. This could happen next door to my house, in my neighborhood. Like, my wife sits regularly in between the two houses and smokes late at night. This girl deserves justice, whatever justice can be given in this world.
Every single day, new and chilling details keep surfacing about what really happened to 19-year-old DaCara Thompson that tragic day she vanished. And each new discovery sounds even more twisted than the last. The whole situation is straight out of a nightmare. But here's where it gets even wilder. Every time fresh info drops, it opens up more questions instead of answers. Did DaCara and Hugo Hernandez Mendez actually know each other before that terrifying encounter? Or was this some random dark meeting that went completely wrong? If they didn't know each other, then what on earth did he tell her to make her willingly step into his car? Her vehicle was parked neatly, her purse and phone still inside, no sign of a struggle. That alone makes it all sound even creepier. Investigators believe whatever happened between DaCara and Hugo wasn't supposed to last long. She even told her dad she'd be back home soon.
We believe the murder occurred in the home on Cambridge Drive in Hernandez's bedroom. Her body was taken to the location that it was recovered at by Hernandez. At this time, there are no additional suspects. However, this investigation is ongoing.
That tiny detail breaks hearts everywhere. And now comes the part that's truly disturbing. Authorities revealed Hugo might not have stopped with DaCara. When police searched his room, they allegedly found women's underwear and personal belongings that didn't belong to her. That discovery sent shivers through everyone following the case. Could this man have had other victims too? The thought alone makes people question how many hidden truths are still buried. Each new clue pulls us deeper into a mystery that feels darker by the day. And we're only just beginning to understand the horror behind Hugo Hernandez Mendez's secret life. And seriously, how on earth did this man get away with it for so long? With a whole criminal record and the fact that he was in the country illegally, the feds should have been on him years ago. It's almost like the system turned a blind eye until it was too late. By now, everybody's heard about what happened to DaCara Thompson, right? Her story has been blowing up all over social media, sparking outrage and heartbreak everywhere. People are furious because it really looked like the authorities didn't want to talk about what happened to her at all. Like they were trying to keep things quiet. The fact that her life was taken by someone who wasn't even supposed to be here legally has caused a whole storm of debates online. Folks are arguing about sugar daddy culture and that whole 301 lifestyle. Some wild rumors even started spreading that DaCara might have gone to Hugo's place for business, but nobody truly knows what happened between them. Still, the internet can't stop talking because every new theory just sounds more disturbing than the last.
It's been hard. Came to the scene, we did discover that all of her personal belongings were in her car, such as her purse, her credit card, her debit cards. She even had $60 cash.
Here's where it all began. DaCara was reported missing by her dad just before 9 p.m. on August 23rd. He had seen her the night before, and they even talked that same evening when she told him she was stepping out to grab gas and would be back soon. Those were her last words to him, and she never came home. That's when her parents' nightmare began. They immediately started tracking her phone and followed the signal all the way to Hyattsville. When they got there, they spotted her car, but what they saw made their hearts drop. Her purse, phone, and other things were still inside, untouched. That's when they knew something was terribly wrong and called the police right away. For days after that, her family refused to lose hope. They printed missing person flyers, begged for tips, and prayed nonstop for her safe return. But deep down, everyone could feel that something far darker was hiding behind DaCara Thompson's disappearance. And now,
Not like her at all. This is out of the norm for her. She's a introvert. She doesn't have an enormous amount, like a lot of friends that she hangs with or anything like that. And like we're really close.
all those fears are coming true. Sadly, August 31st became the day DaCara's family will never forget. The day their worst fear came true. During what was supposed to be a routine patrol, police stumbled upon something horrifying. Along an embankment off Route 50 near the South River Bridge in Anne Arundel County, officers discovered a body later confirmed to be DaCara Thompson's. The scene was brutal. Her remains showed obvious signs of trauma and struggle, including skull and facial fractures that revealed just how violent her final moments must have been. Just 3 days later, on September 3rd, investigators contacted her family, asking them to come identify the body. Despite the terrible condition she was found in, her loved ones recognized her right away. Her tattoos and jewelry gave it away instantly. The heartbreak of that moment is unimaginable. Authorities informed the family that DaCara hadn't lost her life at the location where she was found. She had been harmed elsewhere, and her body was cruelly dumped there afterward. That revelation opened an entirely new chapter in the investigation.
But I'll say this. The goal of this office is to achieve justice for DaCara Thompson and for her family.
One that only got darker as more evidence came to light. Once police confirmed her identity and pinpointed her last known location, they pulled surveillance footage from the night of August 23rd, the night she disappeared. What they saw on that video raised even more chilling questions. Around 3 a.m., DaCara was seen stepping out of her white SUV and walking toward a black GMC truck parked nearby. She appeared to be speaking with the driver for a few moments, then calmly walked around to the passenger side and got into his car. Moments later, the vehicle drove off into the night, and that was the last time she was ever seen alive. Detectives traced the black GMC through traffic cameras and registration data, and the trail led straight to an address on Cambridge Drive in Bowie, Maryland. The owner? None other than Hugo Hernandez Mendez. When questioned, Hugo tried to play it cool, claiming he had nothing to do with DaCara's disappearance. He told police he was supposedly at the Galaxy nightclub that night, waiting for an ex-girlfriend who never showed up. But when investigators pressed harder, Hugo instantly shut down and refused to say another word without his lawyer. That right there sent chills through everyone watching the case. Because why would an innocent man suddenly go silent when faced with the truth? Even though Hugo refused to speak, police weren't about to back off. They got a search warrant for his house, and what they uncovered inside was absolutely disturbing. When detectives stepped into that home, they found evidence that made everyone's stomach turn. Remember how DaCara's body showed signs of a violent struggle? Well, the clues inside Hugo's place confirmed everything and more. Investigators discovered blood matching DaCara's DNA, along with her missing white t-shirt, her pink acrylic nails, her wig, and other personal items, all tossed carelessly in the trash like they meant nothing. That discovery alone had officers in disbelief. But what they found next made things even darker. Multiple pairs of women's underwear hidden in Hugo's bedroom drawers. It's the kind of find that instantly makes you wonder if DaCara was his only victim, or if there were others out there who never got justice. Once all the evidence was gathered, police wasted no time charging Hugo Hernandez Mendez with first and second-degree unliving of 19-year-old DaCara Thompson. ICE immediately issued a detainer, labeling him a criminal illegal alien and vowing that justice would be served for DaCara's devastated family. But what really sends chills down everyone's spine is the cold, calculated way he allegedly did it. According to the evidence, Hugo didn't just harm DaCara, he actually loaded her body into his vehicle and drove all the way to Route 50 to dump her like she was nothing. That level of heartlessness is hard to even comprehend. And get this, he wasn't even alone in that house while all this happened. Authorities revealed that Hugo lived with his family and they were inside the home during the horrifying act. Imagine that. His loved ones just a few rooms away while this nightmare unfolded, completely unaware of what was happening. The thought alone makes people sick. Every new detail makes the story darker and more haunting.
Kind of an outgoing, soft-spoken, kind young lady. She was a free spirit. She was a good girl. She was a good kid. So there's been a lot of people disparaging her character on social media and things as such. Please don't believe everything you see. Don't believe everything you hear. Out of respect for the family and us grieving, please, approach everything with grace. We would appreciate it.
It's not just about one man's cruelty. It's about how evil can hide in plain sight, behind a normal-looking home, surrounded by people who never suspected a thing. One of Hugo's cousins told investigators she just couldn't believe he was capable of something this horrific. But then she admitted something that raised a lot of eyebrows. She said that in the 2 weeks before everything happened, she barely saw Hugo at all, And when she did, his behavior was completely off. He was distant, tense, and acting like he was hiding something. Now here's where it gets seriously suspicious. During that same 2-week period, 3 other Black women with similar looks reportedly went missing in the same area. That's not just a coincidence, that's terrifying. People are starting to wonder if Hugo might have been involved in more than just DaCara's case, and if there's a much darker pattern hiding behind his so-called quiet life. Then another roommate came forward with details that made things even creepier. He claimed that on the night DaCara was last seen, he overheard her and Hugo being intimate, but he said it didn't sound right. According to him, it sounded forced, uncomfortable, like the other person wasn't into it at all. Hours later, he looked outside and noticed something strange. The black GMC that was always parked outside was suddenly gone. He thought it was weird because Hugo never worked on Saturdays, so why was the car missing in the middle of the night? But here's the real question everyone's asking. How did multiple people living in that same house not hear or see anything else that night? How did nobody notice him moving a whole body out of the house? Were they really clueless? Or are they keeping quiet to protect themselves? Especially since, according to reports, several undocumented immigrants were living there too. It's not crazy to wonder if maybe one of them even helped him carry her body out to the car, and now they're staying silent to avoid exposing themselves. The whole thing sounds like a web of lies and fear tangled together. And what's even sadder is thinking this entire tragedy could have been prevented. If the authorities had actually paid attention to Hugo's record from the start, if they had tracked his violations instead of ignoring them, DaCara Thompson might still be alive today. There are too many warning signs that were missed, and now it's a tragedy that can never be undone. Hugo had already been in trouble with the law multiple times. DUIs, arrests, and other charges stacked up like a warning sign flashing in neon. So how was he still walking free, especially as an undocumented immigrant with a rap sheet that long? It just doesn't make sense, and people are rightfully outraged. Right now, police are still digging deeper into what really happened to DaCara Thompson. And with all the disturbing evidence they found in his bedroom, plus reports of other missing Black women in the same area, investigators believe Hugo might be linked to way more than just DaCara's case. That possibility alone is terrifying. This story has shaken the entire community to its core. Everyone wants to see real justice this time because there's absolutely no reason someone so young, kind, and full of life should have lost her future in such a cruel, heartless way. Many believe DaCara got into that truck thinking it was just a quick conversation, that she'd be home soon, like she told her dad. But something went horribly wrong that night. And seriously, what woman leaves her purse behind in her car if she plans to be gone for long? It's clear she trusted him for at least a moment, and that trust cost her everything. Some people online are even convinced Hugo's done this before, that he's not just a random man who snapped, but a calculated predator who's been doing this quietly for years. There's even speculation that one of his own cousins may have helped him get rid of DaCara's body afterward. It's haunting to even imagine. DaCara Thompson didn't deserve this, not one bit. Her name should be remembered and her story told until justice is finally served. But here's the question haunting everyone. If Hugo had all those charges and still slipped through the cracks, how many more like him are out there right now? What do you think? Are police going to uncover even more victims connected to Hugo Hernandez Mendez? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Hit that like button if you want justice for DaCara, and don't forget to subscribe for more updates on this shocking case. See you in the next video, baddies!